invited you into my office today?
I want to move into a smaller house, and my wife doesn't want to move into a smaller house. She's not considering the cost of the burden on me. She doesn't work. She just stays home and takes care of the kids. And it's really a burden on me because I have to work, 6-hour weeks just to pay the mortgage and with the bill, electricity, the 2 cars, and eating out and doing stuff like that. I don't feel that we can afford it. So I brought to her the idea of moving into a smaller home, and she doesn't want to do that.
So you feel frustrated because your wife doesn't seem to understand the burden that you're carrying financially.
Yeah, I'm the only one working. She doesn't really pay attention to. She just looks at the idea of when she wants to do something, she knows money is there. She doesn't look at the idea that I have to work 60, 70 hours a week to make that happen. That's what I want to do, what the right thing to do is, which is support my family and do the best I can, but at what cost? I stay up at night, I can't sleep, I don't have good sleep. I get irritable sometimes. The smallest things can set me off. Even when it comes down to eating, going out to a restaurant, I want to go to Denny's or Sonic or something that the kids like to go to. But she wants to take the kids to Sonic and Denny's, and then we'll eat at some expensive restaurant. And the bill might be $200 to $300. And I don't feel that we need to do that. As a matter of fact, if we move to a smaller home, we could do that more comfortably. But she's not considering what I have to go through to maintain the household.
I see. So do you feel that your wife is irresponsible, or has she been irresponsible in the past?
I wouldn't call it irresponsible, but I will say that she doesn't consider what it takes to do what we do.
So you feel aggravated because your wife is disregarding the amount of stress that you're under financially, and she's acting in a selfish way.
Yeah, she is selfish because I mentioned to her that maybe we need to cut back on certain things, and when we cut back certain things too, I'm the one that takes care of the bills. I know what's behind it. She doesn't. But when I mentioned to her, she'll say she won't talk about it. So she's in denial of what the truth is, and I'm at a point to where I'm just want to just put the house up for sale and just say, okay, the house sold, we need to move.
And in doing that, if you were to just sell your home, how do you think she would respond? Do you think it would make your life easier, or would it make your life more difficult?
Well, from a financial standpoint, it makes my life easier. From a relationship standpoint, it'll make it more difficult because she'll be pissed, she'll be angry, she might resent me. I'm not talking moving to the slum, but I'm talking about moving from a $700,000 house to a $400,000 house, or even cheaper than that, just so we can catch up. And I think things would be a lot easier if we would do that. But I think she's comfortable where she is, and she doesn't want to do what it takes to get the job done as a team. I don't feel that she's my partner when it comes to that. She's my partner in everything else, but when it comes to that, she's selfish, she doesn't want to move, she doesn't care, and it's because she doesn't care.
So you feel, I would say disheartened because your wife is not being a team player or being supportive to you in the areas where you need her to be supported.
I just want to understand that it's hard. Yes, we come up to, like you said, last time, but things have happened in our lives where I was out of work at time, and I had to find a new job, and bills piled up, and we're still trying to catch up from that, and it uncovered that we weren't saving anything. So when times did get hard, we didn't have any savings to fall back on because we were spending everything for the lifestyle that we live.
I understand. So in speaking to her, you said earlier that she doesn't seem to want to talk to you about those situations, or at least this situation at hand, which it seems like it's more so finances. When you talk to her, and have you noticed how your tone is when you speak to her, when you bring those things up?
Some doesn't matter,
No matter how you try.
no matter how I try. If, and I feel that no matter what I talk about, if she doesn't feel comfortable talking about it, she doesn't want to talk about it. So it's not only just finances, but since that's the thing that's at the top of the list, she doesn't want to deal with it.
So you feel aggravated because she seems to be avoiding the issue that's most important to you, and right now that is your financial stability.
It's not just what's important to me, it's what's important to us. And everything I feel I do impacts us. And I don't want to take a hard line and say, we're moving, and that's the bottom line. I don't want to talk about it because that's my wife and that's my partner. But I'm to the point I gotta do what I gotta do. And if it ruins our relationship, I might have to just let it go.
Well, before we get to that point, and I can totally understand your frustration in this, but before we get to that point, have you tried maybe talking to her and saying that you need her to be more of a team player, more of a partner, because you feel like you can't by yourself? Because that's what I'm hearing, that you feel like you're carrying the load by yourself. And I know you say that it's the best thing for us, you said us, but she may not understand that it's the best thing for you both. She may be feeling like it's just the best thing for you. So have you tried to express it to her in that way, that this is a move that's gonna help us? Because you don't wanna assume or that she understands. She may not understand your point of view.
I've tried to bring it in several different manners, and it always ends up with what she does. Even though we're not talking about what she does, I'll talk about, I need you to help me do this, or maybe we should reconsider having a big home like we have. And she'll take it as I'm talking about me, and then she'll flip it to, well, I clean up the house, and I deal with these 3 kids, and I deal with that, and it's not fair for me to do this or do that, and it's just difficult. I don't like it, and she keeps it up. I don't know if I can stay in this relationship, mainly because of finances.
I see. So you feel discouraged in trying to communicate how you feel to your wife because you've made several attempts and it didn't seem to work out in your favor.
To me, I'm communicating fine. I've tried several hundred different ways to tell her this, no matter which way I do it, just as long as I'm talking about that topic and it rubs her wrong, she doesn't want to talk about it.
Well, don't misunderstand what I'm saying when I say communicate. You've communicated you communicated to her well, but she's not receiving it. So communication is a two-part thing. You both have to, you communicate and it has to be interchangeable. You communicate something to her, but if she's not listening, then you just have two people talking and no one is understanding what the other party is saying. So I'm not saying that you're miscommunicating. What I'm saying is that you're communicating your feelings. She's communicating her feelings, but neither party may not be totally aware of what the other person is saying because we're busy trying to get the point across. You understand what I'm saying when I say that?
I understand what you're saying, and that's why I'm here. So, because I'm the only one that talked to her, maybe I just brought her in and have her talk to you, it'll help.
Well, most definitely. Would you like to have another session, maybe by yourself, so we can delve more into what you're feeling? And maybe I can have a session with her as well, by herself, and we can bring the two together. How does that sound?
I'll talk to her and see if she'll come in sometime next week.
Well, it's been a pleasure today. I'm glad you came into my office. Thank you so much.